good one on tap for you this afternoon between the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Walker Buehler is on the mound for the Dodgers in this contest. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, this guy's not a very big guy, barely over 6 foot. The point, he carries a big arm. Really live fastball, 95 to 96 miles an hour. Good overhand curveball. His changeup has gotten better, and he's a big game pitcher. If Walker Buehler is throwing strikes, it's nearly impossible to string an inning to get 3 or 4 hits off this guy.
This one's flared toward left center. Coming in is Pollock. He can't get there as it falls in.
Batting second, the first baseman, number 9, Adam Eaton.
Adam Eaton digging in next, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He'll enter play here with that average down in the low 200s. 6 home runs, 27 driven in. There's the knuckle curve laid off, 1-1.
That's the human element of the game right there. Umpires are going to miss a couple calls. It's the pitcher's ability to stay composed and grind that's going to make him successful today.
1-2 now to Adam Eaton. And it's a ball and 2 strikes to Adam Eaton now. Fletcher gets his lead at first, nobody out. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Got to find a way to keep his hands back.
The 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
You can certainly tell at bats like this one frustrate the heck out of a pitcher, but you got to find a way to stay composed and execute your plan.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Going back is Bellinger. On the warning track, he makes the catch. And with that, let's take a look at the Angels starting lineup. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, I'm excited to see if that man in the 6th spot can keep it going. He's having a really nice season, hitting over 300 coming into this one. We all know that that's the magic number. When you hit over 300 for a season, you've got plenty to be proud of. Now we'll see if he can keep it up over the rest of the year.
1-0 count. Here it is. That one doesn't even sniff the zone, missing very high. And set up behind the dish is Eric Summerskill, as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
You know what, Dan? I'm always baffled when Eric Summerskill's behind the dish because he has a tendency to favor one side of the plate.
You know, that's one of the things I think pitchers get a little bit frustrated with the E-train at times. It's like, hey, if you're going to give me that inside corner, give it to me, but don't keep moving the dish around on me all game.
Runners on first with 1 down. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
Now the payoff pitch home, skied in the air to straightaway left. Pollock has a read on it, and he makes the catch for the 2nd out. So next to bat will be Phil Gosselin. From the stretch.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
The 0-1 pitch.
Down 0-2 to a guy with this much weaponry, 5 pitches he can go to, not looking good.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, and this is going to wind up a foul ball. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. A runner on first with 2 away. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right here and drops a little off-speed pitch in the dirt.
The 2-2. Hit out towards second. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. There's a flip to Seager covering, and the side is retired. Angels leave 1. It's the Angels nothing. Dodgers coming to bat. This is the... Dylan Bundy is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Angels. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, you don't see a lot of guys that have 5 pitches, right? Sometimes it's hard to master even 2 or 3, but if you can master 5 like he has, he'll be in pretty good shape.
Trey Turner is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. 1-1 to the Dodgers leadoff man. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Goslin is there to put it away for out number 1.
Batting second, the first baseman.
And that will bring up the versatile Max Muncy. And as you can see, he's had some troubles here in his own ballpark. It's something he'll look to improve upon in this one. No balls and a strike to count. 1-1 to the Dodgers first baseman. Bundy has become known as a starting pitcher that frequently works deep into games. The kind of guy you want on the staff when your team needs some rest because he tends to eat up innings all by himself.
Man, every team is looking for a guy like this. In a day and age where we're going to the bullpens more early and more often, you need at least 1 or 2 guys into the rotation that have the chance to get you into the 7th or 8th inning, and he's definitely one of those guys.
And that's into the corner, a foul ball in right. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he struck him out. Stepping up is A.J. Pollock. First cuts for him here. The base is open and 2 away. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. In there for strike 1.
You can really tell they're trying to keep the ball in on this big slugger right here.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt. But he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
1-1 the count now. And this pitch is popped straight up, right around the home plate area. Stassi got it, and the side is retired. Second inning set to go, and stepping up is the shortstop, Jose Iglesias. Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0. Three and 0 now. Iglesias in front, 3-1.
Yeah, this is one of my biggest pet peeves in the game, when guys get count leverage and take fastballs. It's a game of fastballs. You calibrate everything off the heater. Surprising take right there.
Hit on the ground out to short, and that's through for a hit.
3-1 fastball, middle cut, and he didn't miss it. That's the fight throughout the course of the game, to get yourself into count leverage and capitalize.
So Joe Adell bats now, as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike one. The 0-1 pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Iglesias on at first, nobody out. No offer at that point. It's a cold strike.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
And that misses 2-2. And the knuckle curve that time. Got him swinging, and that's the first out.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
He's set, and the pitch. Brandon Marsh comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Catch made out there by Pollock, and there are two away now.
Batting it. The pitcher.
Next, it'll be Dylan Bundy. First pitch on its way.
Well, even though these two teams are in different leagues, they do play each other every year because of the crosstown rivalry, and it's always pretty fun.
Yeah, and for the players, Matt, they love it. Not only is there more on the line than usual, like bragging rights, but they're not having to stay at hotels and all that. It's just like a normal home game where they're driving to a different ballpark.
Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2.
Well, he's been laboring a bit through these first two innings of work. That's 37 pitches, and ideally, he'd be closer to 27 instead.
The 1-2. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Angels strand one. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And now the first pitch. Justin Turner is at the plate as he watches ball one.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1 and 2.
Yeah, guys, he's got so much respect for this guy's fastball. You could tell he was out in front on that slider. I think he goes to the well one more time with that pitch.
So he sets him down swinging. Justin Turner becomes the first out here in the bottom of the second. Here's Corey Seager. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. The average for him at 267 on the year. 4 home runs, and he's driven in 24. 2-0. Bottom of the second here with no score. And this one's over at the knees, 2-1. High in the air down the right field line. Gosselin is back near the stands as he hauls it in for the second out.
Batting sixth. The 17th.
Bases are empty here with 2 away. And in to hit next, it'll be the ever-versatile Chris Taylor. Now a check swing here. Did he go around? Yes, says Freddie Ferguson down at first. Strike one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. That's in there. And he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball.
Well, there's the classic 0-2 wasted fastball. Not even close to the zone. We'll see what he throws on the next pitch.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Got him swinging, and that's the third out. 1-2. So now here is Jack Mayfield, and he'll start out there half of the third, top of the order to follow. First pitch on the way.
The offense better get it going right here, because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
Oof, and it's safe to say he doesn't look all that comfortable up there. 0-2 now.
Made him look silly with that one.
And strike three called as he gets a little help there. One away. So with one away, we'll show you where these guys sit in the current division standings, and you can see them trailing the front runners by 3 games entering play today. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, David Fletcher, 1 for 1 with a single so far. Fly ball out toward left center field. Taylor is there, and that's the second out of the inning.
The first baseman, number 9, Adam Eaton.
Two down, no one on base. And the next to bat is speedy Adam Eaton. And now the first pitch. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. That's inside. 2-0.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
And it's fouled away.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
And this is on the inside edge, perhaps off the inside edge, but it's a called strike. 2-2 now. And he lays off a pitch off the plate and high. 3-2.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
Now a fastball swung on and missed, and that is out number 3. Angels are gone in order.
We're back now for the Dodgers' third turn at bat, and unfortunately for them and their fans, this lineup hasn't really found its stride this season. Entering the day, they rank near the bottom of the league in batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging. So it's clear this is a work in progress. One player told me before the game, it's a difficult thing to go through. We're all competitive guys, and we believe in ourselves, but we're obviously not getting the results we need. And one coach told me that despite the numbers being what they are, he's seeing a lot of development happening. So he's optimistic about what the future holds, especially for some of their younger players. Back to you, Matt.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Cody Bellinger comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. A ball and a strike now. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, that looked like a strike, but let me tell you, when you're staring at a big 0 in the hit column, getting a call like that to go your way can feel like a big victory.
3-1 to him now. Dodgers have yet to break into the hit column here. Popped him up. And he'll put this away for the second out.
Batting ninth.
Base is empty, 2 away, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Walker Buehler. And that misses for ball 1. A high strike there, and it's 1-1. down the left field line and deep. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Again, another foul ball. Now another 1-2. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Got to take your hat off to the pitcher right here. He's throwing a little pesky at bat at him right here. Could have easily just took 3 pitches and walked back to the dugout.
Liner towards second, but right there is the second baseman, and that will retire. So here is Max Stassi as we begin the top of the 4th. First offering. Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue, or does somebody score here?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
Ball and 2 strikes to the Angels catcher. And this is swung on and missed, and this 4th inning will start the same way he ended the 3rd, with a strikeout, and there's 1 away. Opportunity now to take a look into some of the future plans for the Dodgers as our Road to the Show report spotlights a couple of guys that have been playing very well in recent minor league action. At the plate now, Phil Gosselin. No balls and 1 strike. The windup and the 0-1. And this is popped up back behind second. Turner takes charge out there, and he stays with it for the 2nd out.
The batter, number 4, shortstop.
Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias. First offering on its way. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
Man, this guy's been incredibly efficient so far in this one, mostly because he's getting ahead. 70% of the batters he's faced, he's thrown a first pitch strike to.
Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as decided. The speedy Trey Turner digs in now. Back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out.
It's down for extra bases, and the Dodgers have their first hit of the game. Now this gets all the way to the wall. And he'll get there as he legs out the leadoff triple. And happy birthday as they allow him to cross with the inside the park home run as he catches his breath to reflect on his good fortune.
Man, I'm not sure I've ever seen a play like that before. To say that error was costly would be a big understatement. Looked like a circus act out there.
Max Muncy is in for the 2nd time here as he looks at a ball high, 1-0. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now. 1 run, just 1 hit. No errors for the Dodgers thus far. Line toward the gap in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Boy, that's something you see often in batting practice. Guys using the whole field there, D-Row. I like to see that a lefty that's just not always pulled out.
100%, Dan. The pitchers have gotten so much nastier in today's game that if you're not willing to play with the entire field, you're going to struggle.
Stepping in now, A.J. Pollock. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. To short, hit hard. Iglesias is up with it. To second for 1. On to first, and they turn the double play.
Doesn't come much easier than that. Taylor made 6-4-3 double play and an easy one to turn.
Pitch on the way. Justin Turner is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1.
I'm absolutely shocked he took that pitch right there. Right in the wheelhouse, low 90s heater. That's one you gotta let go on.
And it's 1-2.
As a hitter, you got to be staunch in your game plan. You know he has a nasty changeup, and you got to fight to make sure it's in the zone. That's a great take right there.
Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Welcome back to Dodger Stadium. Let's send it down to the field in Heidi Watney. Now at the plate, here is Joe Adele. Struck out in his first at-bat. And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball one. Fastball catches the black there for a called strike. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now.
The problem for the batter now is he's gotten so inside conscious after those first two pitches. Anything on the outer half of the plate's going to look a foot outside.
Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there.
Hey, even though this guy's a righty hitter, he's going to get pounded with that two-seamer. He needs to make sure he catches this thing out front if he sees that pitch again.
Nasty breaking ball swung on in the dirt. Up with it, Smith. And he makes the throw to first. Adele is retired, and there's one away. Now to the plate, Brandon Marsh comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. A ball and no strikes.
I'd be real surprised if he goes back out away there on the mound. This is a count for a fastball challenge, and we'll see if he's ready for it in the box.
Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. Late swing there at the breaking ball. Must have been looking for something else.
There's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if they have to incorporate that into their mindset.
And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. And he fouls this one off. The 2-2 one more time. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Oh, man, he's been absolutely getting overmatched at the plate the last couple of games. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone. So clearly this pitching staff, they figured out how to attack this guy. We'll see if he can make any adjustments.
Dylan Bundy is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. One and 1 to the Angels pitcher.
Hey, that backdoor breaking ball just missed. He had a chance to run it to 0-2.
And they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Boy, that's a jam shot right there. That's as good as it gets, in my opinion. Woo, up and in.
And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ballgame, and that one ends the inning. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Striding to the plate will be Corey Seager.
The shortstop, Corey.
And boy, a high strike called there. That's not all that consistent, but it's strike 1.
Hey, this isn't exactly the way you'd like to draw it up. Not throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, but the bottom line is he's getting outs.
Count now a ball and a strike. And now a fastball, but he's able to hold off on it, and it's 2-1 now. 3-1 is the count to the Dodgers shortstop.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
When you get yourself to a 3-1 count and you get a fastball, those are the ones you really want to punish. Couldn't get the bat on it, so we'll see if that comes back to haunt him.
Got him.
Leading off the inning, your job is to get on base and set the table for the inning. That was a pretty good at bat. Then he pushed the count to 3-2 and made the pitcher work. But I think he'd like to have that 3-2 pitch back. Pretty sure that was ball 4 he went after.
To the plate now, Chris Taylor, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Good pitch there down below the zone, got him to go after it. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Skied into very shallow right. Gosselin will drift over to his left a few steps as he takes it for the second out.
Now that's the pitcher.
So the bases are empty here with 2 gone. And that brings up Will Smith. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. And he just misses inside with the fastball there.
What we're seeing here is a guy getting pitched to very carefully. It doesn't matter that there's 2 outs and nobody on. He's a threat to score even when he's standing in the batter's box.
3-1 to him now. Swung on and missed. That's strike 2.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting one in the seats.
Throw cleanly into first, and that ends the inning. So now into the box is Jack Mayfield. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Looked like he wanted to clobber that one, but it's 1-1.
Man, this has been a game filled of a lot of swings and misses. Not very many confident swings, and this team up there, they'd swing at a butterfly right now if it flew in front of the plate. Lots of swings, lots of misses, a lot of ugly at-bats for this team right now.
Taylor will slide over and put this one away, and that's out number 1. Next, here is David Fletcher. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Pollock is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for out number 2.
The first baseman.
And now here is Adam Eaton. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Now the first pitch. Line drive base hit into the left center field gap. On his way to second is Eaton. And he'll coast into second here with a 2-out double. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with the single swing of the bat. And this might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores him. Then who knows what kind of roll they can get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
So now to the plate, Max Stassi, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. And he falls behind 0-2.
On 0-2 here, he doesn't have to give in with a great pitch to hit. He's got a base open, so he has to focus on making a good pitch right here.
Swung on in the dirt, strike 3. Smith goes to get it, and that ends the inning. Bottom of... Sixth inning now, and standing in the outfield, Cody Bellinger. Curveball looked at here for strike 1.
I know he stole a strike right there, but he better be careful with that curveball. That's coming across and catching a lot of plate. And if he stays back, he's going to drive that thing with some serious authority.
Throw on to first in time, 1 away. And with 1 away, we'll bring you a look at the current division standings. And you can see these guys have their work cut out for them if they want to make noise in the division. Walker Buehler is in for the second time now as he looks at a ball inside, 1-0. Line toward the gap in left center. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit.
Hey, I've been impressed with this guy. Not only has he thrown the ball well,
The batter,
Now he's
number
mixing
6.
in a base hit,
Second
late in the
baseman.
game, giving his manager options. Whether or not he wants to pinch run, keep him in there, go to the relief. I mean, he's opened up a whole weaponry box for the manager. You got to love guys auto taking you 0-0 if you're on the mound. You could steal that first strike, and now you go to work, just picking apart the corners.
1-2 as he chases the slider.
Hey, you know the pitcher right now, he's looking for that best friend, that double play ball. This is where you have to really be disciplined at the plate and make sure that you get a pitch that's above the knees so you can get in the air.
The next 1-2 pitch. And here's one that barely misses off the inside corner. For 2-2.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it difficult on the opposing pitcher.
Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. No walks yet. Here's the delivery. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Left fielder giving chase, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out.
Now back.
Next for the Dodgers, Max Muncy singled last time up. First pitch on its way. And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. Here it comes, 1-0. Buehler leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And there's ball 2 now. And this one's low here, so the count swells to 3-1.
Well, this has been a long inning already, and I know he doesn't want it to get any longer. I expect a challenge pitch right here.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there.
Just not able to let that breaking ball travel enough right there. You could see his eyes light up when that popped out of the pitcher's hands, and he just hooked it foul.
Next to dig in, A.J. Pollock. See if he can come through in a clutch spot here. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 6.
Your attention, please.
On his way toward the mound now is skipper Joe Madden. And we're going to have a pitching change as that's going to do it for Dylan Bundy. He'll depart after 5 2/3 as it'll be up to the bullpen to keep his guys in the ballgame. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Hard on the ground towards short. Iglesias is there on the first, and the Dodgers come up with nothing. Is that it? So here's the cleanup hitter, Phil Gosselin. 0 for 2 for him to this point. First pitch coming. Here it is. Lifted in the air to center field. Taylor is there. 1 out.
근데 지금 된다면 아무리 살려고 하는 거야.
Now to the plate here is Jose Iglesias. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far. Breaking ball called just a bit low. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. There's a cut fastball that time that runs in a bit too tight, and it's 2-0 now.
Well, this is a spot you'd like to be in. 2-0, good hitter. He's going to turn it loose right here.
And that one yanked just foul. 1 out, nobody on. And he lays off again, ball 3.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game. So a runner at first now with 1 away. And sizing up the situation to bat will be Joe Adell. As a look, now the pitch. Good slider there, but laid off and called the ball low. The 1-0.
A couple strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at bat, trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
Oh, and now what you want to be doing on 2-0. Back to 2-1 now.
You see that swing right there? You know what that tells me, boys? That this pitcher is doing his job right here. But also, the offense is obviously not picking anything up today.
Fouled off. Here now the 2-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
That's a big strikeout there with the tying run over at first base. Now with 2 outs, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that guy home. Probably need a ball in the gap to give him a chance.
Gets ahead of him here as he got him to swing over the top of this one. Lifted in the air out to right. Giving chase is Bellinger. But he can't get there. And a big break on defense as the tying run will be forced to stay at third on the ground rule double.
Wow, if that ball stays in the park, we've definitely got ourselves a tie game. But it hops over and the runner has to go back to third. That's a bad break, and now they'll have to find another way to get this game tied.
Shohei Ohtani come on to pinch hit here in a big spot. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. He'll start this one at 269 with 36 home runs and 81 driven in. Comes set, the 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Well, the Angels have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now sure would be a great time.
A ball and 2 strikes. Fouled away.
Obviously, he's not fatiguing whatsoever. Still in the mid to high 90s with his fastball. These guys got to stay on the attack if they're going to have a chance.
The set and the 1-2. And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one. Aaron Slegers will take over on the mound to start the bottom of the 7th.
Number 57, Aaron Slegers.
So now to the plate, Justin Turner. He was retired. He hit the ground ball last time up.
The third baseman, Justin Turner.
That evens it up 1-1. Slegers, a native of Arizona, is a 5-year vet at the major league level. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Hit back up the middle. And there's 1 away. Next up for Los Angeles, Corey Seager struck out in his last trip to the plate.
Seager.
Pulled toward right center field. Marsh arranged to his left and put it away. 2 down.
Now batting, center field.
Up next, Chris Taylor, 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. Now a strike called in the upper part of the zone.
Hey, this could be a huge momentum swing for this team right here. Relief pitcher has come busting through the gates and done his job. Try and get this team back in the dugout where the offense can get rolling.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Liddell is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. New inning set to get underway, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Jack Mayfield. Third baseman hugging the line here. Now the first pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Turner has it, and it's a quick out, number 1.
Every pitcher loves to get quick outs, right? How about that? One pitch, one out, a pop-up to start the inning.
Now the first pitch. David Fletcher is at the plate now, and he's quickly behind 0-1. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
Well, he's thrown a lot of pitches in this one, but it's not like he's walking a bunch of guys. Only one free pass to this point, but they're still making him work really hard.
A ball and 2 strikes now. High fly ball out to straightaway center. On the move is Taylor. He gets there, and that's the second out. In now is Adam Eaton. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Here's the first pitch.
Hey, this guy's been throwing a gem so far. We're moving on later into this game, and he's right at about league average for first pitch strikes.
And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. No runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the Angels so far. 2 balls and a strike to the Angels' first baseman. And it's fouled away.
So far, this has been a terrific outing for this guy. Throwing well, keeping his pitches to a minimum, locating his fastball to both sides of the plate, good command of the off-speed pitches, very little traffic on the bases. So far, he couldn't have drawn up to be any better than he has been so far in this one.
And a breaking ball is bounced out towards second. Throw on to Muncy, gets him, and with that, they'll end the inning. Stepping in, Will Smith. He bounced out last time up. Raisel Iglesias is called upon, and it's not for his usual role. Just hoping to keep the deficit at 1 here. And that's inside for a ball, 1-0. On a great pitch there, caught him reaching. It's 1-1. Iglesias stands 6'2" and throws from the right side. He's a veteran of 7 years at the major league level. This one's down to third. Scooped up. And the throw to first is in time. 1 gone. Next up, Cody Bellinger grounded out in his last at-bat. And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he misses with it, 1-1. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2. Now the 2-1.
Great job on those last 2 pitches of varying speeds. Gave him a hard fastball, and then he locked him up with a changeup.
And he fouls this one off. 1 out, nobody on. Full count to Bellinger, 3 balls, 2 strikes. He pulls this one into right. Gosselin is there, 2 down.
Now back to your
Matt Beatty will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. They'll enter play here at an even 250. 4 home runs and 30 RBIs.
1-1.
Easy take there is inside. Down the first baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. And the pitch. Fouled off. A payoff pitch one more time. And he lays off. Ball 4. So he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done. Here now is Trey Turner, and we'll see if they can make him pay for the 2-out walk. Always considered a big no-no, of course. Ball 1 to start the at-bat.
끝났어요.
Into the corner and slicing foul.
He got the fastball where he wanted and just pulled off of it.
Swing and a miss as he pulled the string on him. 1-2.
I always remember John Smoltz telling me the greatest asset, a close.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Blake Trinan comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth. So stepping in is Max Stassi. He will not be seeing the usual suspect close this game out, as he's been given the day off by his manager to get a little rest.
Yeah, he's worked a few days in a row, Matt, so we were told before the game by the skipper he wanted to avoid using him if possible. So that means they will look to close this thing out without him.
And that'll make him 1 for 4 in this one. So it's a good start for the Halos as their leadoff hitter reaches base.
The right fielder, number 13.
The leadoff hitter finds his way on base. Should be interesting to see the cat and mouse with the manager. Does he use the bunt right here? Do we put a little hit and run on? Do we go old school, new school, and just let him swing away? Should be interesting.
He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Now the Dodgers get a right-hander up and throwing in their bullpen. There's strike 2 as it catches the outside corner.
I'm pretty surprised by the location on those last 3 pitches. The book on him is that he hits the way pitch pretty well, and he just saw 3 in a row out there.
So does he go back out there again?
No, Matt, I expect him to mix it up. Most catchers won't call for the same location over and over and over.
Swinging a ground ball to third. But a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. Has a look, now the pitch.
Oh.
And this is lifted to shallow center field. Turner retreats to the outfield grass, and he has it for out number 1. And now in the box, Jose Iglesias, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. First offering inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit. The 1-0 home. Hit on the ground toward the left. Oh, a diving effort as it's off his glove. And not really much of a chance to recover there as he'll reach first on what undoubtedly will be scored as an infield single. Next up is Joe Adell. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind him, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
Justin Upton will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Number 10, Justin Upton.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Now that's popped up, but this will land untouched. 0-1 count and the pitch. In the dirt here. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And here's a swing and a miss. And that, folks, is a big out number 2. Joe Kelly gets the call here as he'll try and look for 1 out to finish this thing off. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Brandon Marsh is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. And they will get the force, and a tough way to end it here as this ball game